Time now on the First Bet podcast, the First Call podcast, where Jeff and I take a look at the first edition of the Breeders' Cup Classic Future Wager. There's a pari-mutuel future wager offered at Express Bet and First Bet over the course of the weekend. It'll be offered Friday noon through Sunday at 6 p.m. with 24 wagering interests, much like the Kentucky Derby Future Wager, all the same kind of rules. It'll be run pari-mutually at Express Bet and again on the First Bet app. And you can take a look at the 24 individual wagering interests with the morning line suggested odds with them. There is an all others category for this as well, like we see at Derby time. But when you talk about it's already August, there's probably one more prep for these horses before the Breeders' Cup. To get beyond the 24 and hit an all others and win the Breeders' Cup Classic is probably a bit of a stretch. John White, our blogger at expressbet.com, in his weekly blog on Wednesday, put out his list of horses that he's keeping an eye on for this year's inaugural edition of the Breeders' Cup Classic Futures. He's got 5 to keep an eye on. Charge It, a big-time winner of the Dwyer. Epicenter, just coming off the victory in the Jim Dandy last week. Country Grammar, looking to bounce back after a defeat at Saratoga recently. Cyberknife, the winner of the Haskell at 30-1 in the morning line. And Taba, 30-1, was the runner-up in the Haskell. So John's given a decent lead in here, Jeff, with 4 3-year-olds to give some consideration to, because when it comes to a future wager like this, you're not necessarily looking for the best horse. You're looking for the best price, right? I mean, Flightline or Life is Good, we'll see his race this weekend. They could very well be heavy favorites for the Breeders' Cup Classic, but they've got to get there. And do you want to take a short price this far out on either one of those two?
No, you don't. I mean, that's not the purpose of a future bet. You want to find a long shot that maybe is 30-1 and maybe will be half that or a third of that, and you get some value there if he goes on and does something, if they go on and do something. But I mean, what's the point of taking? I'm not saying taking, because this is just a morning line. You don't know what the price is going to be, but you would never take 3-1 on Flightline. I mean, what's the edge? You're taking 3-1 now as opposed to how short do you think he would be? 4 to 5, even money? I don't know. I mean, on the race day, what's the big deal? Where's the savings there? Even 7-2 at Life is Good or 9-2 at Olympian. However, if you can start getting 30-1 on horses like Cyberknife or Taba, I mean, they could be half that on race day, or maybe even a third of that, or less than that if they go out and do something. So that's what you got to look for if you want to play this bet. Go for the 20, 30-1 shots.